Now that we know the EMAs and the order flows, the definitions for those, again, I will read the comment questions later. I want to continue with my thesis so that you can formulate a very good rebuttal question, right? Because how did I get to that claim? Crypto influencers lying to you because they do not like when their audiences question what they have to trade. Me, I encourage it because there is more value in discussion than a one-sided argument. You will have a higher IQ if we come together and discuss and bring, because I might have tunnel vision and I may not see everything. So this is why I think rebuttals on a thesis is fantastic. And everyone's afraid of it because they don't know what they're talking about. I'm not saying people that are watching the live stream. I'm saying the leaders in this, let's say, trading niche, I'm calling those people out. Okay, let's go and talk about EMAs, right? Exponential moving averages. We have the 8 EMA and the 200 EMA. We're just going to strictly talk about those two. You can dive deep into whatever you like. Why is it important to see a smaller EMA comparison to a larger EMA? Well, if you're familiar with trading the MACD, moving average converging diverging, EMAs are very similar, but not the same. So if you have a smaller EMA that is, let's say, crosses below a larger EMA, what is that, everyone? That's bearish, right? It's a bearish reversal if you're very familiar with the MACD. Or moving average, converging, diverging. And we already know the difference now between moving averages and EMAs, so we are going to be talking about EMAs because they're more intimate. And vice versa, when an 8 EMA crosses above a 200 EMA, so you have your 200 EMA, and then you have your 8 EMA cross above it, that's actually signaling a reversal. But when you have your EMAs when you have your price action below your EMAs on large candle time frames, that we're on the weekly candle, it actually gives you a gauge of continuation. So as long as on the weekly on Bitcoin we're below the 8 EMA, the bears are in control. Now note, looking at 2026, why did I say Bitcoin has to be above 74.4 to go higher? Two reasons. Critical support from the previous breakout, right? That's just current price action, but the EMA will be lining up to somewhere in that general zone. So we'll be breaking structure to the upside. We will have the 8 EMA on the daily confirming our continuation up higher, but we do not see that. We actually see the complete opposite of that. And you can see what happened here at 2022 when we had price action could not hold above previous support. In this case, in 2022, it was 32.4K and it was below the 8 EMA. What had happened in 2022 when the same exact setup occurred? It sold off. So now that we know the EMAs and you have the whole idea of my concept, we have not spoke about order flows. Now, we did give you the definition on order flows. It pretty much gives you a gauge of where people are buying and people are selling, in a lack of better words.